In this list, we're looking at adding the prefix in to the first set of words. We've got intend, instruct, involve, instrument, and inferior. And then we're looking at adding ic to the last set of words. We've got topic, public, plastic, magical, and tropical. So the rule is, if you have a short word with a short vowel sound, you add ck. But once you get to a word with more than one syllable, like picnic, and we've got a short vowel, we don't add the K. The only time we're going to add the K after the last C is to stop that C from saying S. So if we just put picnicking, ing, the I would make the C say, make the whole word say picnicing. So we put the K in just to keep that k sound happening at the end of the word. Now you know we add al to form an adjective, and when we add shin or meant as a suffix to a word, it forms a noun. So if you're going instruction, you'd know that that would then be a noun, or involvement, that would then be forming a noun. So let's have a look at other things in these words. The only reason we've got an E on the end of involve is because English words can't end in V. It's got nothing to do with anything else before that. Meant at the end of a word is M-E-N-T, which is different from if you mean to do something, would be M-E-A-N-T. So we'd have to put a little A in there. Mean is an irregular verb if used in past tense. So meant and meant, the spelling is quite different and their use is different too. One is a suffix, the other is past tense of a verb. Inferior, we've got the ER and the OR, so we've got two R-controlled vowels. Don't forget the I in here, inferior, so that's a common mistake in that one. Now, magical, you've got the I making the G make it soft sound J there, and I think that's all we need to really cover in that list. So don't forget to always have a read of the teaching points down the bottom. Let's go through and have a look at what these words mean. Intend means aim or to make an attempt for a specific result. Instruct means to give orders or to teach someone something. Involve means to include or bring into. An instrument is a tool. It could be a musical instrument or it could be a tool in a shed. Inferior is lower in place or position. A topic is the subject. Public is open to the whole community. Plastic is a common synthetic material. And magical is extraordinary or enchanting. And tropical means that it's a warm and humid climate. So when you're doing this page, you need to go through and highlight anything that will make the spelling of the word easier for you. Then the last part of it is to go through and read the word, break it into its syllables, cover it, write it 3 times, and then check to see if you've done it correctly. If there's a mistake, rub it out and go back and write the words again. Day 2 is all about word meanings, and we discussed them on the day 1 page. So all you have to do here is finish the words and then use different coloured highlighters to join them to their meaning. Fill in the gap here with the correct word from above. Join to make a list where they're matched to the meaning. So once again, create the word, use different colour highlighters to link it to its meaning. Now, antonyms mean a word that means the opposite to the given words, and a synonym has to mean the same as the given word. So you're going to use these words from above. Then you've got to list 4 objects made of plastic. Now don't forget when you're doing this at the top of the page to have a good look at the word, break it into its syllables, spell it, cover it, write it, and then check to make sure that you've spelt it correctly. When you're marking the page at the end of the day, marking code's on our website, or your teacher may have printed it off for you. If you've made a mistake anywhere, don't forget to rub it out and go back and make the answer correct. We want every page in your book to be finished and perfect. First thing you're going to do on this page is go through and highlight anything you can see in these words that it will help you spell it easily in the future. Then we want you to actually sound the word into syllables, spell the word, cover it, and write each of them. If you make a mistake, rub it out and do it again. Now in this section here, you've got verb family. So we're looking at different tenses. So past, present, future, and now. So we're going to write the base word here, adding the S here, adding the ing here, and adding the ed here. Now we know the ed can make three different sounds at the end of a word. It can say ud, it can say d, and sometimes it can say t, but not in this list. We're hearing the ud and the d here. So we have intend ud, involved, and instruct ud. Now, so you can fill in that table. Then here we're going to form nouns. Now it's important that you recognise that if you add shun or meant to a word, a base word, that you're going to be forming a noun with each of these. So instruction, we've already got the T there, so we're not adding another one when we write the shun. And the TI often makes a sh sound in the middle of a word, so do remember that. Intention, now you've got to take away that D before you add the shun. Publication, you've got to add an A before that. And involvement, MENT, is the suffix there for forming the noun. Then you've got to write a sentence for each of them. Now down here we're going to form an adjective by adding AL, the suffix AL, to these base words. And then you've got to choose two of these words to write in one sentence. And we've given you 2 lines to write that sentence. Write the base word, so we really need you to take these back to their base form. So magically, when a word ends in ly, you know that it's typically going to be an adverb. Now this will be very important for you in tests, especially NAPLAN tests, or just in your writing. Knowing how to form a word into an adject, an adverb, a noun, or a verb is so important. Now here you just have to fill in the gap with the list word extension. So you're going to use these words above and you've got to work out what is the correct suffix or ending that you're adding to the word to make it in its correct form to suit this sentence. Today we're looking at different types of language. So language could be scientific, emotional, formal, or casual. So different situations require different types of language. For each sentence, write whether the language is scientific, emotional, formal, or casual. So just read the sentence and write the type of language you think it represents on the line at the end. Now down here we want you to fill in the statements with the types of language. So for example, text messages to friends are mainly, which of the 4 would they mainly be? Down the bottom, we want you to write a sentence in each of the language forms. Now, once you identify the language form, it's going to impact on the words that you choose to use as adjectives and adverbs. So, of course, if you're using casual language, you're going to use much simpler language, or perhaps not many adjectives or adverbs at all. But if you're trying to write something scientific or emotional, you're going to want that sense of emotion or real data coming through. So you're going to choose your adjectives and adverbs to be quite strong and specific.